Great.
Beautiful.
Never seen something like this before.
The Matterhorn is probably the most intensively marketed mountain in the world. On the Swiss side, the town of Zermatt owes its fame as a tourist destination to this peak. Last year alone, 1.2 million overnight stays were booked in the resort's hotels. But back in 1800, when the first guests arrived here, the tourism offer was much more modest. The first of the bigger hotels, the Monterosa, opened its doors in 1855. At the time, it had only 35 beds. Since then, it has been expanded and renovated a few times. It was taken over by Alexander Seiler, one of the first to recognize the potential of the emerging summer tourism. The hotel is still owned by his family. Christian Seiler, his great-grandson and chairman of the board of directors of Seiler Hotels, is full of praise for the far-sightedness of his ancestors. But it was really the tragic events surrounding the first ascent of the Matterhorn in 1865 that turned the village into a world-famous resort.
It was unfortunate, but the first ascent played an important role because of the accident. There was a huge reaction to it, especially in Britain, because most of the people on the climbing expedition were from England. One of them, Lord Douglas, was even related to the royal family.
On July 14, 1865, Lord Douglas and 3 fellow climbers plunged to their deaths. Because of this, Queen Victoria called for a ban on mountaineering.
The ban couldn't really be enforced. The mountains are in France and Switzerland, not in England.
Nevertheless, the controversy surrounding the ban and the tragic accident turned Zermatt into a world-renowned destination. Other large hotels came into being. The Zermatterhof, built between 1876 and 1879, was a joint project by the citizens of Zermatt.
At the time, the banks were asked for loans, but these were refused. That's why the civic community of Zermatt offered to work on the building for free, with the understanding that if the hotel was commercially successful, the community would get a share of the profits.
The mountain railways form the backbone of Zermatt's tourism, providing speedy access to 4,000-meter-high mountains. One of the railway pioneers is August Ulen, father of local artist Heinz Ulen. It was his chairlift that connected the 2 ski resorts of Gornergrat and Sunega for the first time and laid the foundations for winter tourism. That was in 1957. No one believed in the project at the time, but it was an overnight success. It was the only place where you could ski and at the same time enjoy a view of the Matterhorn.
On
On the first day it opened, people were queuing up to use it. It wasn't a long line, but we were still surprised that so many people came to Sunniga.
Thanks to the attraction of the Matterhorn, tourism in Zermatt has always been on the rise. Still, the value of the Matterhorn is hard to quantify.
There is an emotional value that can't be quantified in numbers, and then there's the brand value. The Matterhorn is a registered trademark, and for that we do have some figures. What we can say is that Zermatt tourist destination generates an added value of £500 million Swiss francs a year, and there is no doubt that the Matterhorn is one of the factors that contributes to this success.